And what about pace? Do you want to play dictate the tempo because they're third in pace?
You always want to play your tempo. You don't ever want to play down to someone else's identity.
Dictate the tempo if they can. Play your half court. Jonas held up and taken away by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's one of the league leaders on steals, and they're going to get an easy bucket out of it.
This is why they are third in the league in points in the paint.
And Jonas tried to keep it alive. Dort got in there. And now Shai Gilgeous-Alexander behind his back.
See, but here's the issue. Here's the issue that you run. And me and David Wesley talked about this on the pregame show. To see multiple bodies. He is that good in transition.
You run it up. Leads the league in free throw attempts. Missed 6 of the last 8, whether it's an injury or an illness. He didn't play in the last game a couple of days ago. But you just alluded to the points of the paint.
And the Paul George deal.
Yeah, they told Doc, and that was Lawrence Frank, said, you want Paul George? You got to give up Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's another opportunity for points in the paint.
And all of them been close against this team. Gilgeous-Alexander, he wanted a wall. Trey help there. It'll be Dort, and he's got the triple. Get back. On the take, and underneath. CJ's going to the line.
Which is something that you don't really get from young basketball teams.
Mid-range blocked away. Gilgeous-Alexander got back into the play. Then it was going to be Isaiah Joe to force overtime with a 3. It was right on line. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander waltzes his way to the cup again.
He's setting it so low, so when Josh Richardson turns that corner the same way Najee turned the corner earlier, the moment you turn that corner, if that big's in drop coverage, you're in range.
Gilgeous-Alexander will get the roll. They pulled tonight, don't they?
Inquiring minds want to know.
They have a drawing tonight. No annuity pending. That's a good thing. Boy, another breakdown. Gilgeous-Alexander getting what he wants. Another turnover for the Pels. That is their 4th. And points off a turnover. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They advance it. Joe trying to beat Jackson to the hole. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Again, Gilgeous-Alexander. So this is a dangerous time.
But again, he sees one body ahead of him. He saw one body ahead of him. He saw CJ McCollum.
Right, he's got free throws out of it.
They're not worried about that one guy. They're worried about what's behind him. So if he sees what's behind him and all he sees is 2 eyes in front of him.
8-point lead, minute 16 to play. Now you can score, and I mentioned their last 8 games, they've given up an average. Mid-range, Josh Richardson, real strong. And Jackson took it away. He had more room to come down with the basketball. Final shot's going to belong. And kicked away. They're going to have the last shot.
Thing is, they increased their lead without Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the game.
And now he's back on the floor. And he's going to the cup, going to the free throw line. Jonas is going to have to sit down. That's his 3rd, so he's done for the half. As Gilgeous-Alexander gets the first of 2. Jackson Hayes back into the game. And Gilgeous-Alexander already 5 of 5, 11 attempts a game at the free throw line. Now 6 of 6 on a 7-0 run. And also secure the basketball. Trey on his way down doesn't get the roll, and that was an awkward shot to begin with. And it's going to be technical coming. So the Pels right now in free throw attempts, it is 16-1. So they've already got 6 steals in this game. Gilgeous-Alexander.
See the difference in where he's heading?
Yep.
See the difference in where he's heading? Right, he's playing downhill, and they've been playing downhill since that ball's been tossed up. That's not going to get you back in the basketball game.
Inside of 3 left. Gilgeous-Alexander mid-range. That's automatic. They're up by 21. See, now you're building yourself and digging yourself a hole. Man.
Especially with the team that's top 5 in taking care of the basketball.
Ooh. CJ thought he had his hand on top of the basketball, but they're going to call a reach.
Leading the NBA in free throws per game, but also the mentality of continuing to attack.
8 of 8 at the line now, as he's up to 22 points. Overall, 27% of their threes. He's not going to miss. Najee coming off that same screen. Jonas inside, creating space, and he's going to the line.
But it starts with Najee Marshall turning that corner.
That close.
And I like this call right here by Willie Green. I love the call.
They wanted to travel. They're not going to get it. Now CJ. And taken away by Lou Dort. CJ trying to get back on the 50-50. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's right next to the rim. You got Jonas inside. Trey will go himself, and he's going to the free throw line on the take. Najee went to the back door. It's not available for Trey. Instead, deep. Jonas all tangled up with Williams. And that's what they want, actually.
You see guys jogging back. Again, you see guys jogging back.
They're running.
I cannot express.
And speaking of the Mavericks are playing tonight in Memphis without Luka, without Kyrie Irving. And they lead by 1 with 4:06 to play over the Grizz. Now, granted, Ja Morant suspended and away from the team. Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got Trey in front of him, so he's going to get there. Didn't get the finish. Got the board, though. And Williams, good look.
And that's what this league is about, man.
Right.
It's about finding the right situation.
They've got a ton of players under 24. 7-0 run. He's spinning to his strong side for the mid-range, and he's got it.
God, that's tough.
Yeah.
God,
Found space. Look, good breaks. Now step back. Waters. Instead, Gilgeous-Alexander again. Bouncing his way. And he walked with the basketball.
And that's Trey Murphy not allowing him to play one-on-one like he did last possession.
Trey's out there. He comes up short. It could have been interesting. But the Pels, 12 of 32 on their triples. That's all she wrote.
And again, what they do is they give him space.
Right. And now you're up to 35 losses. Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're going to put a foul on her, his 5th. That's his 5th. So he's still on the floor. And Gilgeous-Alexander is 12 of 12 at the line.
So he's right on his free throw attempt per game average.
Yep.
And I tell you, you look at, like, they've really done a decent job on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in the second half. He had 23 points at halftime.
Right. And they just gave up a huge lead in Philadelphia. They're watching right now. They lost by 1. And icing on the cake for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and a timeout for Willie Green. Final 5 seconds and a disappointing night for the Pels. But as we say, you need amnesia because you're back at it tomorrow night at 6 o'clock up against Portland.